Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So today I have a special guest. He's a host of a podcast called the Bulls and Queens Swinger Podcast. He's been in the lifestyle since 2016. He's a BBC in the lifestyle. He hosts lifestyle parties, swinger parties, nude and semi-nude modeling for events. My special guest today is Doc Chocolate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. And again, thanks for taking time to do this.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So where are you from?
Oh, so I'm from a lot of different places. So here, my heritage is Ghanaian in West Africa. And I was born in D.C., spent about 20 years in Omaha, Nebraska, 10 years in Oklahoma, and about 12 plus years out here in good old, beautiful Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Man, you're from everywhere. It's just like you said. That's cool, man. So you well-traveled. You met, I obviously you met a lot of people every place you've been, I would think, you know.
Definitely. I met some good, bad, and ugly people.
Yeah. I think that's just coming with territory, you know. It's just part of life, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully not too many people said that I was the ugly person.
Nah. Yeah. You know what they say? Hey, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, you know?
Man, that sounds like something that our mamas tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how did you get in the lifestyle?
Yeah, so great question, Lopez. So basically about 6 years ago, my wife and I were watching a show on Netflix, and it was a comedy / drama, and it was talking about two couples that were in the lifestyle, where one couple was in the lifestyle and the other couple was just like a vanilla couple, right? And so anyways, you could put two and two together. One couple, the freaky couple got with the vanilla couple, and they pretty much induced them to get down to some scandalous naked activities, right? And it was funny, and it kind of opened up our eyes. And so me and my wife, we were talking about it afterwards, like, oh my God, like, is that crazy? And like, blah, 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 right? Yeah. And so about a month later, she asked me, hey, what would you think about doing something like that? And I was like, yeah, well, hey, Lopez, I was trying to play it safe. I was like, it's okay, I guess, and of course I'm a man, like, yeah, I want big booties and, big boobs and all that, I like ladies. But, I play the safe card, Lopez. Okay. And so anyways, man, a month later after that, my wife, she's a clinical therapist, so she was telling me, well, Doc, when it goes down into psychology, there's different components of sex. Sex isn't just relegated to just the people that you love. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual. And I was like, what the fuck is this lady talking about? So I was like, okay. And then a few months after that, Lopez, she like just came out with it. And she was like, hey, yeah, so I think we should like play with other people. And, I got all butthurt. And, I'm thinking in my head like, oh, yeah, my dick ain't good enough for you and this and that. And, Hey, Lopez, I acted like a little bitch. And so anyways, after I went through my 24-hour time frame of being a little bitch, I came back to myself and I was like, okay, let's do this. Because, at the end of the day, I was her first person that she had ever been with, had sex with. Right. And yeah, man, because we've been together since she was 19 and I was 20. And at that time, I was about 36 years old, and she would have been 35. So if you can imagine that. So yeah. So one thing led to another. I mean, I started doing the research, and I kind of took over from there, investigated some parties and some different lifestyle scenes out here in Vegas, and then here we are 6 years later.
Man, well, you got a good woman, man. God. Yeah, I mean, well, there's probably a lot of parties, adult parties in Vegas, I would think,
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's literally a party every day of the week.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would think.
definitely every weekend. But yeah, there's something for everybody and anybody out here, Lopez.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when I found that this is based on my experience that most couples that I've met over the years, past what 25 years now, that I've met, and I asked them, "Hey, how did you get introduced to this lifestyle?" Most of the time, they say it's my wife or my girlfriend. You know, I kind of assumed that it would be the guys, but no, most of the time it's the woman, man. And I'm
You, whoa, 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 time out. You've been in a lifestyle for 25 years?
no. I dip in and dip out. I'm not consistent. No,
Oh,
but
but 25 years?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, how old are you?
I'm 48.
Oh, okay. I thought you were a lot younger. I thought you were in your 30s.
I look like it. No, I'm not. I'm not young, but I'm not old either.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said 25 years. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Because the first time I met this couple when I was in the Navy,
Okay.
and I was stationed in Japan at the time. And I first off, I didn't even know there was a lifestyle. I didn't know it was such a thing. I just thought, hey, this is how some people get down. I didn't know. That's how naive I was. Now, that's the first time it happened. And the guy was like, hey, my wife likes you. I think, she wants to spend time with you. And I was like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? Like you, whatever. I'm like, what do you want me to do about that? That's how naive I
was. You're probably looking around your shoulder like, is somebody gonna jump me?
Yeah. So what he did is gave me his phone number, and I didn't call.
You didn't call?
No. And they saw me like 6 months later, because we pulled out and then came back in, and that he saw me again, same place and everything, and same question, same talk. And then I went to their house, and it was just me and her, and he left and went somewhere, and we did our thing, and that was my first exposure, man.
Man, that is killer.
Yeah. So, and then it happened again, a second time here in America. So it was the same type of deal, But see, I didn't know that they were such thing as kink or swinging. I didn't know the terminology of the words, because I didn't meet anybody like that,
Mm-hmm.
And you have to think about it. Back then, the internet wasn't like it is today.
Yep.
So when your wife, like, I guess when y'all had the conversation, did you feel like, where is this going, or you felt a little insecure, or what?
Yeah, so initially I want to say I did know where it was going intellectually,
Yeah.
but emotionally, because I was still in that immaturity phase,
Yeah.
I did not want to accept it.
Okay.
And then yeah, insecurity wise, yes, I definitely had insecurities about that, because it's like a lot of men that can't admit to their insecurities, right?
Okay.
And I think that's one of the most masculine things that a man can do, is admit to his insecurities or his shortcomings, And so, yeah, I was, like, what, my dick isn't good enough for you? I'm not laying down the pipe good enough for you?
Because, a lot of guys, they'll be open to, hey, bringing another woman in the bedroom. But if it was another guy, they were like, oh, wait a
minute. They're like, hold up, wait.
Yeah. So, how, I would think that you would have to kind of shift your way of thinking, to entertain your wife to even being with another man, and even another woman, I would think.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree with you on that first point you made, Lopez. Like, it's easier for us as men to accept another woman in the bedroom. Let's just be real about it. Uh, Now, my wife, she's totally like 100% heterosexual,
Yeah.
and so which kind of whatever. But hey, we can all dream for something.
Yeah.
But initially, when we try doing it, because like when you're new to the lifestyle, you think that there's only one way of doing things or two ways of doing things, right? But as you become a veteran in the lifestyle, you start to find out that there's literally 1,001 different varieties that a person can do within the lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought at that point in my rookie year that that it was only couple swaps, right? So you had to be a couple with another couple. That's what I was thinking. And that didn't really work because like my wife, she had like this big huge hurdle barrier that was mental that prevented her from moving forward or playing as a couple. So I she wasn't down for women, so I said, okay, well, let me get a guy that I know that she'll like into there and let him pound her out. And we actually did a threesome, man. And so like we treated her like a queen, man. So like we took turns and made sure that she felt really, really good. And yeah. So
How was the first experience? Like that?
man, it was good, and I don't want to say bad, but it was good and angsty. So I've heard the word angst before, and this has come from me interviewing a lot of cuckold people, right? And they talk about how there's cuck angst. And I didn't know what the hell they're talking about when they say cuck angst. I was like, the hell is that? And it's basically that feeling that a cuckold guy gets when he sees his wife or hears about his wife getting pounded out or she leaves, right? And so it's just that feeling where you're like, oh my god, are you serious? Is this happening? Oh my god, and then you're like, ooh, this is intriguing at the same time. So it's a mixture of intrigue with shock at the same time.
Okay.
And so that's what I felt at that time.
So how did you like find some of these parties? Because I don't know about Vegas, but I know I lived in Atlanta for about 10 years up until 3 months ago. Now in Atlanta, a lot of parties, man, you have to actually get invites. I mean, of course they got the trapeze club there, but for the when it comes to like the private parties, even here in Charlotte where I'm at, a lot of times you have to get an invite. So how did you go about it in Vegas? Is it like open clubs or how did you go about going to the parties?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, it's multiple ways in there. So like, yeah, we do have open clubs out here. So we have about maybe 4 or 5 clubs out here that are open every single weekend. And then, just getting into swinger sites like Cassidy, Adult Friend Finder, and Twitter, and just being social, you'll get invited to a lot of different parties. So between those swinger sites and then the actual clubs, like you'll meet people, and then once you like chop it up with people, then they start to like you. They start to invite you out to places, and then you just connect with more people.
Yeah, man. In Atlanta, I had a couple bad experiences, man.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I met just bad hosts. Like they weren't organized, man.
What? You said bad hoes or bad hosts?
Bad hosts.
Oh, okay.
They weren't organized, man. I mean, a lot of at least when I was down there, I don't know how it is now after the pandemic. I don't know how it is now. But what used to happen is I used to be what's that I used to be on? I used to be on Facebook, Twitter, and Yahoo. Yahoo used to be big with a lot of those groups online,
wow.
right? And I, of course, I'm gonna search for groups in Atlanta, swinging groups or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got connected, and dude was like, "Yo, just send me your email, and I'll email you all the details or whatever." But a lot of these groups wanted, a lot of these hosts, I should say, they wanted you to pay up front. They wanted it to be like a membership, right? Which
Yeah.
I never did that because I'm like, well, I don't know you. I don't know how these parties really. I didn't know what to expect, because I never been to the party. I only dealt with couples and Hotwives. So I'm not gonna pay up front like that if I don't know who you are, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't, because when I got there, first the dude said, "Hey, the party it's supposed to be at a hotel." So he said, "We're gonna have the whole floor, right?" And then probably like a week to the date of the party, he said, "Oh, this new location." So he sent the address, right? Man, come to find out, man, the party was at an old office suite that looked like a warehouse, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, and there was nothing else out here. And I thought that I had the wrong address. And I saw like maybe a couple cars here, so I said, okay, this got to be the right place. And all of a sudden, some guy ran out and said, "Yo, you park right here, and I went inside, man, and basically, it was about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 people. Basically, they had 2 to 5 girls, and that they paid to be there. And you had a select few couples that'll walk in and walk out. They don't see nobody they like, attracted to. They walk in and walk out. And the 2 to 5 girls that they hired to be there, they just have a damn orgy and tell everybody you're tired. And I said, "Oh man, it's horrible, man."
Oh man, they're having an orgy with each other or with anybody that wanted to join in? Anybody?
Yeah. I ran into 3 of those, man, until I didn't really have a good experience until I met a very close friend of mine. She's an older woman though. She's like, right now she's about 60, right about now, which was okay because she wouldn't tell me her age at the time, but I knew she was older, right? But if you look at her, you'd be like, oh, she could be my age, but she's really very attractive.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, "Yo, I'll go along with it." Yeah. So she told me, she kind of was like, "Hey, I want to take you somewhere, an adult party or whatever, right?" And I was like, "Oh, all right, okay, I'll go."
Where did you guys meet at?
We met actually at a bar in off Roswell Road, because I used to go to Hudson Grill on Sundays to look at football, right?
Okay.
And she was there one day, and I just approached her, and I got to know her, and things progressed from there, basically. And yeah, but I got to know her probably like a year before she even took me to any parties or anything like that, So we already established a relationship. So that was like, different from just somebody that I just met or whatever,
Okay. Like what? Y'all were like friends with benefits at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, she took me to a house party. It was about, I guess, 20 couples there or whatever. And that was that was the best experience I ever had. Yeah.
Nice. You remember those good experiences?
Yeah. So the bad ones. So just what are some things that I guess some red flags?
Okay. Red flags as in what type of scenario?
When it comes to like meeting couples Because I would think some, um, I guess some couples would have high expectations or whatever. Maybe there's some things you're not willing to do, you know. And even some parties, just like I said, everybody's not a good host.
Yeah, you're right, Lopez. So some red flags that jump out to me is if you're dealing with a couple and let's say the guy is too aggressive and he wants to be too dominant, I don't like that. So I don't fool around with those type of people. If they're not willing to show me a picture of what the lady looks like,
oh yeah,
I'm not gonna go for it. And look, I know everybody has to keep their privacy, Lopez, but like I at least need to see a full body picture and at least maybe half of her face, like the bottom half of her face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and thirdly, if the person, if they're talking to me and they don't talk to me like I'm a human being, they talk to me like, oh hey, yeah, looking for a BBC for the wife.
Yeah. I don't like that either.
Yeah. I hate that. I'm a freaking man.
It's like it's like that cutthroat mentality. Like, hey, just come in, fuck, and leave.
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like, no, I'm not doing that bullshit. Yeah. And so, and then also, if they don't sound friendly in their communication, I don't fuck around with them. And then and I just try to get a good vibe for them, and if I feel something in my consciousness or my spirit which just says no, then I just don't go, because I feel like as men that are playing the lifestyle, many of us put ourselves in a field of scarcity when we should really look at ourselves or view ourselves as diamonds, because we do have something that the couples or the ladies desire. And so we should have a fruitful mindset, and we should not be in a scarcity mindset thinking, oh, well, if I don't get with this couple, if I don't fuck with this couple, then nobody else is going to come along. No, you get what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about websites? You think it's better just to meet in person at the parties, or websites play a role? What do you think?
I like both. So I'm gonna say I'm hybrid. So I do like both. So I'm more of a sociable person, pretty outgoing. So I do love to get to parties, but I'm also a busy man. I'm a entrepreneur, and just like yourself. And a lot of times it's a lot easier to connect with people on websites. So I think that both play a key role.
Okay. Yeah. Because I've only been to one real party, really. But I met a host on what's that site? God, you know what? Hold up, I'll tell you what the site is right now.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what it is right now.
I can tell from that smile on your face it was a good thing.
Swing Lifestyle. Yeah, that's the name.
Swing Lifestyle. Okay.
SwingLifestyle.com, right? I was chatting with a couple on there, and I actually did a Zoom with them.
Okay.
It's going to be very cool, because being here like 3 months, I don't really know a lot of people. I used to know a lot of people here, but they're pretty much gone or whatever. So they have parties in a town in Albemarle, which is like 30 minutes from here. Okay. So I'm thinking about going there. It's a house party. So, have you ever been to any house parties, or you been to the big mansions?
Man, I've been to them all, Lopez. I've been to mansions. I've been to penthouse suites. I've been to motels, hotels, Holiday Inns. Well, no, not a Holiday Inn, but heck, I even been out to an astronaut's house once, and they took us out to space. But I've seen it a lot of things, and hell, we've hosted parties in our house too before.
Oh, damn. So going to a house party, what's the vibe like? You know, when you walk in, I mean the good ones. I mean,
The good ones are where, everybody is partying, maybe people have had a little something something to drink, maybe people have had something a little something something to smoke, and everybody is totally chill and friendly
okay,
and inviting, because it's not saying that everybody has to fuck everybody, but there should at
you want
least
to
be
have
a
fun.
yeah, there should at least be a friendly vibe in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how are your parties like? I should say,
Man, our parties are live whenever we have them. So, like, the parties that I like to do, Lopez, is game night style. So, we like to, just have people come in and people are dressed sexy, they feel good. We have, a lot of good smells going on in the air. So, have candles burning and, we have red lights, pink lights that puts a nice vibe to the place. And then we like to make sure that everybody, gets to know each other. We want to make sure that we invite everybody. So whenever somebody comes in, we welcome everybody. So, you just got to make sure you welcome everybody, give them the whole quick tour, introduce them to some people, right? Especially if they're new people, like new people that come into a party, you got to
yeah,
introduce them to at least two or three people or couples, just so that they, feel good. Because if they're new, you got to have some type of icebreaker, right?
yeah,
And so, as a host or a hostess, that's your responsibility. And then we like to do like games like Truth or Dare, but we kind of make it where it's like Stripper Dare,
mm,
where like if you get a question wrong and you refuse to do something, you got to take off a piece of clothing.
oh yeah,
And you know where we're getting at. And yeah, we just try to incorporate a lot of different games into there. Have some music playing in the background, and then from there, Lopez. I mean, we just let it go as is. So um, we don't try to plan it out too aggressively. We just start with the games, and then whatever happens after that happens. And like some clothes come off, and people get a little drink inside of them, and people pull out a card, and it says hey, suck on the person to the right of you's nipple. Hey,
oh,
give the dude to the right of you a hand job.
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
talking
yeah,
about.
slap somebody across the forehead with your dick. Like that's kind of fun and get people warmed up, right? And then after that,
Yeah,
man, I mean, people like fuck, and we got playrooms where it's everybody can watch other people play. Because I'm a real big orgy guy. I'm very what's the word? Exhibitionist. So I
okay,
love when people watch me play and have sex. And then we have, a private room where, for those couples or people that want to play, yeah, and they don't want people looking,
yeah,
you have to for them.
gotcha,
And then that's pretty much it, man.
gotcha. This is my last question. Your podcast is off the hook. So
Thank you.
how did that come about? What made you say, "Hey, I'm gonna start a podcast"?
Well, and thank you for that, Lopez. I I started listening to swinger and lifestyle podcasts. I want to say summer of last year, so summer of 2021, and I loved the content that I was hearing, and I wanted to get my story out, and I wanted to get my truth out, and my wife's truth out, and I wanted to interview people that were in the space that I like to play in, which is BBC Bulls, Queen of Spades, which is your woman that like black dudes, cuckolds. They like to see their wife get fucked by a black dude. Um, Black swingers, because I love my black people and all of that. And I started the podcast on Christmas Day of last year on 2021, And I mean, so far, 2.5 months later, we have about I believe 30,000 downloads so far,
Yeah.
16 episodes, and it's just growing. And it's really a blessing, man. And I'm having a blast.
Yeah, you're going about it the right way, man. When I heard your first episode, I said this is gonna blow. And I don't know how many downloads you got, but this is gonna blow at some point.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Which podcast did you hear, if you don't mind me asking? You
Um,
remember?
the one with Scarlett. That was the first.
Oh yeah, Cuckolder Scarlet. Okay, down in Houston. Yeah.
I follow her on Twitter. I was trying to get her to come on, but
Oh yeah, she's a good lady.
I didn't get no response.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, man, she gets busy, man, with work, and so
That's all good, man. So hey, if people wanted to find you online and find your website and listen to your podcast, where would they go to?
yeah. So they would go to bullsandqueens.com, and thank you. Hey, that was pretty cool. That was pretty slick. It just popped up there on the screen. I like that. So they can just go to bullsandqueens.com, and then the podcast is there. The blog. There's several contacts. If they want to go to a party or they want to meet up with me, have me slang around a little dick or something, they can go there. And then also on Twitter, we are at Bulls and Queens. And then on Kick, at Bulls and Queens. And then last but not least, on Adult Friend Finder, I forgot what the hell my name was on there. I think it's Vegas BBC Fun. Vegas BBC Fun. And yeah, so come at me as long as I don't owe you any money.
There you have it. All links will be found in the show notes. Like, share this episode. Tell me what you think below. Until next time, we out. Peace.